Some of them may look back and ask themselves whether they've made the right choice, whether they've made the most of the opportunities they've been given. Together, we have the same mission. Over the course of your life, you will find that things are not always fair. You will find that things happen to you that you do not deserve and that are not always warranted. But you have to put your head down and fight, fight, fight. Never, ever, ever give up. Don't give in, don't back down, and never stop doing what you know is right. Nothing worth doing ever, ever, ever came easy. And the more righteous your fight, the more opposition that you will face. In your hearts are inscribed the values of service, sacrifice, and devotion. Now you must go forth into the world and turn your hopes and dreams into action. America has always been the land of dreams because America is a nation of true believers. When the Pilgrims landed at Plymouth, they prayed. When the founders wrote the Declaration of Independence, they invoked our Creator 4 times. Because in America, we don't worship government, we worship God. It is why our currency proudly declares, "In God we trust." And it's why we proudly proclaim that we are one nation under God. The story of America is the story of an adventure that began with deep faith, big dreams, and humble beginnings. The next generation of American leaders, never, ever give up. There'll be times in your life you'll want to quit. Never quit. Never stop fighting for what you believe in and for the people who care about you. Carry yourself with dignity and pride. Demand the best from yourself. The more people tell you it's not possible, that it can't be done, the more you should be absolutely determined to prove them wrong. Treat the word impossible as nothing more than motivation. Relish the opportunity to be an outsider. The more that a broken system tells you that you're wrong, the more certain you should be that you must keep pushing ahead. You must keep pushing forward. And always have the courage to be yourself. America is better when people put their faith into action. Pray to God and follow His teachings. Today, each of you begins a new chapter as well. When your story goes from here, it will be defined by your vision, your perseverance, and your grit. You will build a future where we have the courage to chase our dreams no matter what the cynics and the doubters have to say. You will have the confidence to speak the hopes in your hearts and to express the love that stirs your souls. As long as you have pride in your beliefs, courage in your convictions, and faith in God, then you will not fail. As long as America remains true to its values, loyal to its citizens, and devoted to its Creator, then our best days are yet to come. May God bless the class of 2017. May God bless the United States of America. And I just want to let you know that God blesses you. And I want to just say, you are special in every way. God bless you, and God bless America. Thank you very much. Thank you.
You are special in every way. That is irrefutable. And like he said in that speech, as long as we stay by the values of our great American nation, our best days are yet to come. That's very important. I am thrilled to just see so many people moving and shaking and running for offices they never thought they could. And it's like, why not? That's exactly how our nation was created, by average people. Pretty much running and obtaining offices for their communities. If you think back to what that undercover CNN expose showed, the one thing that terrifies them is grassroots movements. Why? That is the foundation of any nation. In order to be able to pass laws from the top and bring them down, they've got to go down. And when the down says no, the top has no leg to stand on. So I want you guys to remember that. You just have to keep pushing and pushing and pushing. Now, tomorrow, for those of you that are not subscribers and can't see it at another time, and I'm definitely not going to put this onto YouTube or Facebook. I don't know if I'm on DLive. That's sketchy too. It's just going to be on Twitch and Trovo, right? So I'm going to be disconnecting because we're going to be talking about that special day where we elect someone. So I can't broadcast there. So those of you on YouTube, come to Tori Says on Twitch. If anyone's in there on YouTube or Facebook and DLive or whatever, and you know that, come to Twitch, come to Trovo. Because today we're going to do a little bit of preliminary work, I guess, in pointing things out. Tomorrow I'm going to have a very special guest on. I'm not going to tell you who they are. You just have to tune in. Very, very good friend. I simply adore them. And, even though, and you know what? Let me say something on this, okay? And I apologize if I'm talking a bit funny. Let me address that. So, obviously I have TMJ, and small teeth. I have small teeth. They're straight, but they're small, right? And I went and got braces yesterday. I put the top on first, and then I think in like a week or two, I'm going to put them on the bottom too. We needed to get some, I don't know, whatever it is. So I'm talking a little bit funny, but I'm going to tell all my girls out there in their late 30s, late 40s, braces make you look younger. Forget the facelifts, yo. I'm rocking this brace face. I'm not going to get any colors. I like lilac. Do you know why I like lilac? There's a science behind that. So do you know that no matter what skin tone you are, you can be, dark, light, medium, olive. But us ladies, when we put makeup on, right? If you actually take a lilac pigmented concealer and put it under your eyes, and then you put makeup, they'll be bright. Period. So all those shape tape things and stuff, they're great. I have them. But the lilac is a trick. And I learned that from friends that are actual supermodels. Just wanted to say that. They're actual supermodels. Because for some reason, a lilac purple plays off of all undertones, and it actually makes things look brighter. So I just wanted to say. So the DMJ is not from the virus. It's from an injury that I had sustained a long time ago. Like my chiropractor says, dang, that must have been one rough thing. And I've never been in a car accident. So let's just leave it at that. So it's pretty bad. So I'm trying to fix that only because it causes me a lot of pain and distress. And I don't do painkillers. So it's better to fix. And not only that, I grind my teeth when I sleep. I think I snore too, but I definitely grind. I know that for a fact. Um, so anyway, so that's that. If I talk funny, I'm just letting you guys know. They don't hurt. I mean, when Phoebe put hers back on, my daughter was, I can't eat. I took her to the supermarket. I was like, do you want some yogurt, some soup? Can you chew this? Shall I make you mashed potatoes? And she was like, you're torturing me. And I'm like, and I'm the biggest baby. Whenever I go to a doctor or dentist, I'm like, listen, I don't know what your other patients tell you, but I hurt more than everybody else in this world. So let's just get that done, right? That's the first thing I say. I hurt more than everyone. And they just look at me and I'm like, trust me, I know what I'm talking about. But I'll say, I don't hurt any, like they don't hurt. They feel awkward. But they don't hurt. I don't know. I mean, I've been through a lot of painful injuries, so I guess maybe I'm not feeling it because I'm constantly in pain. Who knows, right? Uh, I claim that I have very low pain tolerance, but you know, I'm also in the process of removing this tiger tattoo that's tied to very, very bad memories for me. And I'll tell you what, that is the most painful thing ever. Like I've been going for months now, right? Most painful thing ever, ever. Okay. That I could say hurts. Like that's where I'm like laying down and the doctor's doing the laser thing. And, tears are just streaming, down my face. I actually believe this is the pain week for Tori, right? I went and had my 8-week session yesterday at the doctor's at the dermatologist to get it done, which by the way I was a bit taken back because in February when I went, I felt like she didn't do much because it was like super quick wham bam, and it looked more faded, but it wasn't like super faded, and it didn't like bruise up or anything like that like it usually does. And so when I went, she had a med student, a surgeon, shadowing. So I was like, yeah, maybe the student should try too. And I was like, whatever. And so, yeah, she really went to town on it. So I feel like I got, that money's worth. I'd gotten it through like a Groupon thing where it was cheaper with payments. So anyway, I just thought I'd tell you. So it's pain week. So I did the tattoo thing, right? For the tiger. And then I got the braces on. And then today I'm finally going to go to the dentist and get some other stuff done. So I'm going to be like, whatever. Today's pain week. Maybe this is why it's going so painfully slow, right? So slow this week. I keep thinking it's like the week after next. I'm like, oh, for some reason I kept thinking that tomorrow my daughter and her fiance are turning up for Easter, and then I'm like, shoot, that's another week. Kind of got the boots on, right? That's because a lot is happening. A lot is happening, and we're going to talk about that because there is a lot happening in the background that nobody wants to talk about. Well, the media doesn't want to talk about, right? So we have all this fake outrage, this fake wokeness. I actually just put out a really quick, article on ToriSays.com about Burger King. So I waited till the fact checkers got a hold of that. So there was like this thing circulating on social media showing that Burger King is now requiring, let me pull up the article so I could share it with you guys for those that are watching. But apparently Burger King was requiring people to show valid identification proving that they live at the same address in order to eat together, right? To sit down and dine in, they have to prove that they live at the same place and therefore they can share a table together. So okay, so let me share this. So it was pretty interesting because this is how you can actually see who the fact checkers and what they really are. I mean, we already know that most of these people are owned by, the social media companies. But here we go. So fact checkers, Burger King requiring ID to dine is woke. So Burger King apparently had this sign, and let me zoom in. So, okay. So yeah, Burger King had a thing, vote your way, but apparently ID or no. So this is a sign that was there. Dear dine-in guests, please be informed that under the current public orders effective immediately, we require each guest to provide photo ID to verify same household address before dining at the same table. Thank you for your patronage, BK Management. Now, this was circulating, about a week and a half ago, and it went viral. I didn't address it. I just watched it. I wanted to wait I knew that it was a legit thing because I knew someone else that told me that, they had seen it and they wouldn't have any reason to lie to me. Right. So I just watched it. So according to all of these woke companies that have now boycotted Georgia, voter ID, is considered racist because minorities are completely incapable of having identification, right? But apparently this type of wokeness doesn't apply in Canada. It only applies in the United States because apparently Canadian minorities are smarter than the American ones because they could get ID. So the fact checkers, this one thing called lead stories, oh my God, such a BS. Anyway, they actually went and checked it themselves. They contacted places. They went to see. Apparently, they dropped it down to this Redbury restaurants. And the director for marketing says, yes, restaurants in the province of Manitoba are operating under public health guidelines as outlined on the government side, and specifically under current legislation relating to restaurant operations. So the fact checkers checked it themselves. Okay, they did. And then they came to the conclusion that having Canadian identification is not as stringent as that the USA demands for voters. So apparently it's a lot easier to get ID and you don't have to be that smart to get an ID in Canada. Because if you live somewhere, where you vote, it's racist to provide identification, but not when you eat. So in essence, what they're saying is that they do have this going on, but for some reason in Canada, minorities are either smarter or easier to get ID than it is in America. So this doesn't apply. And so they even found that, address verification in Canada is different. Therefore, it's not racist. And it's like, what? So here's their thing from Manitoba, and I want to know, I remember I went to the NBA game where the Toronto Raptors were playing against the Cavaliers. So there's NBA, right? So are they going to boycott Manitoba for being racist? Right? Are they? They're trying to say that our minorities are too stupid to have ID. And for whatever reason, apparently, address verification in Canada isn't as difficult as it is in America. I'm just I'm sorry. These are the fact checkers. The fact checkers dug a hole. Okay. So apparently, it's woke to ask for ID when you sit down and eat, but is not woke when you vote. And both of those cases require address verification, right? That's why we have voter ID to prove who you are and where you live, right? But apparently, it's racist in America, but not in Canada. You know what I think it is? I think it's okay for subjects of the Queen to do stuff like that. And it's not okay for the rebels against the crown to do stuff like that. Okay. So these are your woke fact checkers that fact check themselves. Actually, let me see if I can pull up their page because you need to see it. How they fact check themselves. Here we go. Oh, let me see. Well, I'll just share that screen. Hold on. It opened up in another screen. Give me a sec. Fact check. U.S. Burger Kings do not require ID to dine in. Whoa. Whoa. Are you kidding? There we go. So your fact checkers are fact checking. So if you post the article or the picture, you're going to have a fact check thing. So people are just going to assume it's fake. But in essence, it's not fake. It's just only in Canada. You see that? You see that? They actually pulled out the laws that say this. They reached out to the people that they tracked down it belonged to. And, apparently, just like their title says, fact check. U.S. Burger King not require ID to dine, but they do in Canada. Okay. So Burger King is still woke, according to the fact checkers, right? Because it's woke in Canada to have ID. And they're not racist because ID is easier. And they're not racist because address verification is easier in Canada than it is here. Okay. I'm making it clear so you guys understand what they're saying. So it's, these are the people that are calling us conspiracy theories. These are these are the people. Oh my God, I can't speak. See, these are the people, okay, that are scolding you for putting things out. Okay. These are the people. It's like that meme where the lady's wearing like double masks and a visor and she's calling you a conspiracy theorist. It's like, all right. Whatever. So there we go on that. The fact check. So now, unfortunately, I'm going to have to say goodbye to, Facebook and YouTube. I don't know where I am live on YouTube. Can anyone tell me what channel I'm live on? Because I just try all of them until they don't let me. I don't know which Tori says I'm on YouTube. But that'd be great. But just come over to Twitch or Trovo, guys. Sipping that iced coffee. Because I'm going to have to disconnect because we're going to get into some Dominion area. But first, we're going to check this out quickly. So the House, while you guys move on over, the House just voted on making DC a state. Of course, the Democrats, 203 said yes. 193 Republicans said no. So that's what's coming out here. I mean, that's what you get with the Democrat majority. So that's okay. I mean, we can move the capital to Florida. I think West Palm Beach is pretty awesome because hurricanes make right-handed turns when they're ready to, get on there and stuff. So I kind of think West Palm Beach would be a great